Hi there, it's Mimi, Miss Monica to you, and I'm making brown stewed chicken. Now, I seasoned this earlier, yesterday, cleaned and seasoned yesterday, and I needed to get it. There it is, cleaned and seasoned, and these are leg quarters. Usually, I do leg thighs like that. Brown stewed chicken. So I got some oil here. I'm gonna add the oil, shake off the fresh seasoning because you don't want it to burn. Okay, and we're gonna go down in the oil. You're the first place winner. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome, Joshua. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I'm making brown stewed chicken. And what I did was I marinated this overnight. And I'll share with you the seasoning. And right now I'm just picking off the fresh seasoning because I don't want it to burn. Okay? I'm not going to brown these off. This is brown stew chicken. Hey! I'm so glad you're doing this. Thumbs up the live. You know, thumbs up the live as you come in. Welcome to my kitchen. It's me, Miss Monica, to you. And I'm making brown stew chicken. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add all through it. Add all through it. There we go. Brown stew chicken, and I still have the fresh seasoning in here. I'm gonna add those later on in the process. Okay? I watched Debbie's Kitchen on YouTube. Shout out to Debbie in Canada. So guys, if you ever want to watch some easy, so he is a Jamaican from Canada, well, in Canada, beautiful family, and they cook amazing Jamaican food. And I have to tell you, it is amazing. So, you want to learn Jamaican food? That's the place to go. Also, Debbie Deb's Jamaican cooking journey. That's another great place. There's so many YouTubers that share Caribbean cuisine. Yep. You know, let this cook, making brown stewed chicken. I usually cut them down, but today because I know it's gonna cook down, it'll take a while, but it'll cook down nicely. We're gonna leave them. Yep, we're gonna leave them. And in the meantime, I'll share with you the seasonings that I use. Let me share with you the seasoning. There we go. We have allspice, red pepper flakes, nutmeg, sea salt, jerk seasoning, not too much, some parsley, some lemon pepper seasoning, some oxtail seasoning, some herbs de Provence, which is like it's different spices, oregano, thyme, basil, like that. Garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and ginger. And then I use a little too much browning, but no worries, it's gonna be good. And we got the black pepper. Now you can use what you want, use as much as you like. I happen to season by, you know, how I feel. So you use what you like, but use as much as you like, I should say. Now these are gonna take a while. I had let this pan preheat and it still wasn't nearly as hot as I would like it. But we might even change it to the gas. I just like gas, but it's here now. So I'll leave it be. That's the ADD. It's catching up with me. I'm always watching the pot. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you share. This is Mimi. This is Monica here. And I'm making brown stew chicken, y'all. Brown stew chicken. Yeah. And I noticed that 90% of you are not subscribed. Let me put it on me for a minute. 90% of you are not subscribed to my channel. What you waiting on? Subscribe. Join me. Yeah, join me. Let me fix this. Fix you up here. Stand you up straight. You look respectable. There you go. So I'm letting this brown. I'm not cooking it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna cook it all the way, but I'm gonna brown it. Let it get a nice sear on it. It's gonna take a minute because they're big pieces of chicken, and they've cooled off a bit since I put too much. Matter of fact, I might take one out just because. Only, you know why? Only because it will cook faster now. You think? Because what I don't want is that steam is good, but that steam tells me it's also boiling. I don't want it to boil. I want it to sear. So I'm going to I removed one because I saw that the pan was overcrowded, you know. So I removed one. Put down in the comments where you're watching from. 18 in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you care. I'm Mimi, Miss Monica to you. This is my kitchen. Yep. I'm making brown steamed chicken. Yeah. I have some vegetables I cut up. Beautiful vegetables. And God bless the people of Jamaica. I have some carrots, some green onions. I have some butternut squash because I didn't have any potatoes. So you use what you have. I put some butternut squash, some red bell pepper, sweet bell peppers, and some jalapeno. Because I like jalapeno. Make it a little hot. I'm not a big Scotch bonnet fan. That's kind of super hot. But I am gonna cut up. I did cut up a nice jalapeno. Of course, while I'm live. Let me see if I can. That's odd, right? That was odd. Okay. They keep calling me because they don't know I'm on live. Mm-mm. Let me see if I can get them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Uh, I got these in the thrift shop up in Alaska. Yeah, yeah. 21 in the chat. 21. Thumbs up the live. That's a good way to support me. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you like what you like what I do here on my channel. Hi, P. Sterling. Thank you for joining me. Thumbs up the live as you're coming in. Oh, another phone number. Yeah, I can't change it now. Oh well. Mm. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check this. Flip it over. Yeah. See, we're gonna get a little bit of a sear on it. We're not trying to cook it. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to cook it. I'm just merely putting a sear on it, getting a nice outer, just crisping up the edges, and it smells amazing. I wish you could smell it. I wish you could smell it. I'm telling you now. Yeah, we're not trying to do too much. And then when we finish, we're gonna when we finish searing off, we're gonna put that in this pan, and we're gonna let it stew down. And we probably will. I'll come back live later on this evening, and of course we'll show it to you. Okay. And then I'm gonna make later on this evening. I'm gonna come on live. See, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm gonna tell you I'm coming on live tonight. I'm gonna come on live. So I'm gonna come on live. Um, I'm gonna and make a strawberry shortcake. Yep, a quick strawberry shortcake. It's the holidays, so that would be my second recipe. Got a lot of chicken fat on this, and if I had the time, I would have cut a lot of the chicken fat away. I didn't cut it away because I wanted to not burn, but I wanted to melt down and make a nice oil. Okay, we're good with this. I'm gonna take this out. We're gonna put that in the pan over there. We're coming in with a third. Let me make sure I get all of the. You want to make sure after you marinated this, preferably overnight, like I have, that when you put this in the oil, you take all of your fresh vegetables off, your fresh seasonings. You want to take those off. You don't want that to go in the pan with the meat because it's gonna burn. Okay, so you and I don't, I thought to myself, oh well, what if I just put it in after I season the meat and just don't marinate the vegetables with the meat? It doesn't come out the same. It doesn't come out the same. Yep. Put in the chat where you're watching from. 15 in the chat. Thumbs up my live. Like, comment, and subscribe. 90% of you are not subscribed to my channel. 90%. Wow. I appreciate the views, but subscribe. I have so many more videos. I have videos of myself and the mountain man traveling across the country from Vermont, driving. We drove from Vermont to Alaska. Yeah, got it all documented. So, yeah, I'm making brown stew chicken. And what we're doing is just searing off a lot of that. See? Searing off the meat before we add it to our pot. We're gonna add in our vegetables. I let this chicken marinate overnight because I really, like I went over before, the various seasonings I use. Now my biggest issue is getting this nice and seared, not cooked through, just seared. Let it go. Okay. Now I don't know. I think some people put it like I could right now put this in the Instapot and it would come out great. And I thought to myself I might just do that. But since I'm coming back on live, I'm gonna go ahead and stew it down on my stove, and then we'll come back later tonight and I'll plate it. Okay, so we got that done, seared off nice. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the vegetables because I want those vegetables to not only deglaze the pan, but I want them to pick up all the juices from the drippings from the pan, and the vegetables also glaze the pan. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna cut up an onion real quick. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys could be anywhere and you're with me, and that's so cool. So cool. Okay, we're gonna cut up a little bit of onion. Turn the handle in. A little red onion. Okay, because I didn't have any white, so I'm gonna use what I have, y'all. Use what I have, and it's pretty. Yeah. Okay. Now I just cut them all kinds of ways because it is what it is. All right. Big onions. Okay. Let me get my. Okay. We're getting the onions to glaze the pan. Plug it in. And we lost the light. Okay. Okay. So we got all the bits up, you know. And now we're gonna switch pans. Slide that in there. Add it in here. And then watch this. All of that. Don't try that at home. And then we're gonna. I need a couple. I need at least 2 cups of water. At least 2 cups of water. Okay, and we're gonna add that to that pan too. rinse that because we want all of that out of there. Okay. All right. Out there. Brown stewed chicken. Okay. Now we're gonna add our vegetables. These were our seasonings. Remember those that we used in the marinade? Oh yes. This is gonna be great. And we need more water. Yeah, brown stewed chicken. There we go. All right. We need more water. All right. I want the nice gravy. You know, you want the gravy. There we go. Look at that. And now, put him down in there. Because you want it down in there. Okay. Yep. Ooh. Make sure this is tucked down. I should have probably gotten a better, a bigger pot, but it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna turn it up, put it on the burner, and let her rip. Some people add ketchup. I'm gonna add ketchup because some do, some don't. I don't have any ketchup, so we're doing ketchup packets. Okay, you use what you have. Mm-hmm. You use what you have. Okay. There we go. There we are. Now, I'm gonna let this go for at least an hour and a half. At least an hour and a half. And I'm gonna come back on live as soon as it's done, or nearly done, and let you know what's going on. And we're gonna see brown stewed chicken. This is my first time cooking this, y'all, so bear with me. And I probably, at this point, if I put it in the Instapot, I could be done in 40 minutes or less. I'm sure of it. And I might just do that. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you for joining me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you care. I'm Mimi, Miss Monica to you. And we're making brown stewed chicken. And I hope to see you later on this evening, about 6ish. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see what's going on. What's doing with this brown stewed chicken, y'all? My first time making it. All right, and we go. Bye now.